Okay, so it is Friday. I don't think that I'm going to be doing a top 5 Friday on the channel just because the last Game Chasers went up recently, and you know, when an episode goes up, I like to let it be the only video that goes up for a little bit and just give it a little bit of time before I release anything else. I don't know if that helps it or hurts it, but it's kind of usually what I do. I have no reason to change it. But before I start getting into editing other stuff that it's going to go up next week, it's early enough to where I'm going to hit up a few garage sales because I saw a few signs going up yesterday for this weekend. So yeah, why not take a couple hours and check them out? I hadn't done it in a while. So this is interesting. It's a garage sale at a freight place. I kind of doubt they will have video games, but we still have to check and ask and see because you never know, right? No games, but we have some pretty cool Halloween decorations here. I don't know, it looks like this probably all came out of a haunted house. That's kind of creepy, well, actually it's a lot creepy. That disturbs me just a bit. Yeah, this definitely all came out of a haunted house, it looks like, or somebody who's really super overzealous when it comes to decorating their home. But yeah, no video games though. Well, I'll take that back. So basically right now, I'm just following garage sale signs, no real agenda. As you can see, that last one I went to with the freight, it wasn't too exciting other than those creepy things. So right now, there isn't a lot of signage on, and I guess it's just because it's not garage sale season. However, I did follow one down into this one neighborhood here. That wasn't the garage sale I was talking about, but this was back here, and she literally just said that she had games, but they're gone. Old games. I don't know if you can see it, but a wasp or a bee just flew right into my helmet, stung the fuck out of me. And there it is. There that fucking son of a bitch is, right there. You you asshole. You sorry asshole. This is excruciating. It's like my whole right side of my head is throbbing in pain. You fucking son of a fucking bitch. I'm not feeling too good right now. I feel like I have a splitting headache. The pain's traveled like all the way through. It's not good right now. And it flew in, and there was that moment where it's like, you know what's about to happen. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know. I can't see the right there. You freaking bastard. I would just like to count down the last day of events. My $1,000 laptop that I just bought is not working, and I just got stung in the fucking face by a wasp. Alrighty, we have an estate sale here, which is awesome because you get to go inside, get out of the heat. But it's also kind of creepy because usually you're going into people's houses where old people died, and that's sad, and it makes me feel bad. But let's go. We got some DVDs here for $2 a piece. I used to have that one. Got some more CDs and stuff here, but I doubt we're gonna have video games. Lots of vinyl. VHS. Let's see what's in here. I just don't think I'm gonna be finding Troll 2 or anything like that. But ZT, that's a good one. Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything that interests me too much here. These are pretty good frames. Might be able to use them to hang up some
cool video game stuff. Although I'm running out of room on my walls. But yeah, this. I mean, it's what you expect. I have found like Pong clones and Atari and NES stuff at an estate sale before. It's completely random. So a dude that was here, he stopped me. He goes, "I saw you at that stop sign, rubbing your face in agony," and I'm like, yeah, like I told him what happened, and I don't know, it's just funny. I think the stinger is still in there. It was. Look at that. Let me get a better shot. I was driving around and walking around with a stinger in my face. That wasp was like, "You best be careful, or I'm gonna sting you with my stinger." Oh no, but then I'm gonna die. I'm not gonna sting you with my stinger, and that's my choice. Now I'm just gonna go over there and fuck on that steaming. Do wasps suck on steaming? I don't know. So, garage sales aren't happening, and I think it's because people didn't set up because of the weather. So, I'm gonna check out this thrift store and hopefully get something. Some creepy dolls. Might as well dig in here. See what's on. Exciting. So I love these type of places. They have like a bunch of just random stuff just thrown everywhere where you just kind of have to dig. There's no rhyme or reason. Like right up here, there's a PC joystick, so you know they have some games, some electronics. What the heck is that? I thought that said sperm right there. Anyway, I will take a look. If I see anything, I'll show it. No digging in dolls. I don't know what that means. I mean, it's something. It's not something for me. It's something. Hi. I just got a quick question. You wouldn't happen to have any old video games that you haven't put out yet? Nope. Okay. Okay. Cool. Thank you. Damn it. So, nothing there, obviously. I'm gonna go and hit up one other place that's kind of relatively close. I just don't know if they're open on Fridays, but we'll see. So, I'm at this, I guess you'd call it a pawn shop slash antique store. That TV right there, that looks amazing, but $100 bucks? $100 bucks? Is it some kind of antique that I don't know about? Something super special about it? I mean, it looks cool. I'd love to have it. Look at those knobs. I love me some knobs. But, I mean, come on, $100 bucks? And look at this thing right here. G.I. Joe lunchbox. This like it even has the thermos in it. $15. It's not horrible, but it's not great either. But yeah, I'm gonna pass on that. I actually have one already, and I wouldn't spend $15 on it. This is like somebody's grandmother's living room exploded, and I absolutely love it. Love this kind of stuff. Great. And we got this 1971 olive oil cup. I vaguely remember my mom having some of these when I was like really small, but I could be just remembering wrong. I do that sometimes. Always just keeping an eye out for just anything that just catches my eye. I love places like this where I can just kind of, there's just a bunch of stuff just everywhere. Love it. Some kind of room where there's a bunch of glasses. So I'm always looking for stained, etched glass, stained glass, etched glass
like Burger King glasses and stuff like that. Not seeing any, so not too terribly exciting in here, but you'll always find what you're looking for, right? I've always wanted a popcorn machine. Definitely not this one, but I always thought it'd be cool just to have one. I absolutely love popcorn. It is like I can live off popcorn. But yeah, not buying that one. Plus, I don't even know where to put it anyway. Stupid. There we go. Use that for kind of like some shelves. Put games on, maybe something. I don't know. I don't really have games that are that shape though. This is one of the most unique pawn shops I guess I've ever been to. You have grandmother's bedroom in here, or grandmother's house in here, and then in there you have like a legit music store, like Guitar Center. And then you have a bunch of records here. It's different. I'll give it that. And then guns everywhere. Yeah. So obviously, not much today. I think the threat of rain has caused not many people to want to set up a garage sale. So that makes sense. And like I said earlier, like the one person that actually had a real garage sale that I went to, somebody said that they had games, but they were sold earlier this morning, and that's just a common theme nowadays. It's like there's so many people doing this. You're always going to get beat to the punch unless you just get super lucky. And that's the problem with shooting the show now. It's like you have to get super lucky to have the cameras rolling, right? So it's like an added double whammy. But it is what it is. One thing I wanted to kind of really talk about that's just weird, because I didn't realize it until after I got on the bike and started to drive off from the Wasp sting, which I guess you can still see it. One thing that I realized is just a very odd coincidence, and sometimes coincidences are coincidences. Sometimes, though, I don't know, it makes you scratch your head a little bit and makes you wonder, well, ran out of space, so this is a cut. Sometimes coincidences are coincidences, but sometimes it makes you wonder if maybe there's more to existence than we understand. Maybe there's just way more than what we can tangibly perceive. Because the weird thing is that I tweeted like about 3 days ago, I guess, at this point. And those of you who follow me on Twitter, you know it, you probably saw it on my personal account. I tweeted a joke about getting stung by a wasp, and it hurt like the worst hurt because I have been stung plenty times by wasps. Growing up in Texas, it's just going to happen. But none of them ever hurt that bad. And I made a joke about that. I wasn't being serious, but I mainly wanted to write that because I was mowing and there were several wasps around. But I mainly wanted to do that just because I wanted to make this stupid lame joke about if it was a mutant wasp. I don't know if I was going to turn into like a mutant supervillain named Wasp Man. I wanted somebody to make me some clothes, a costume for it. It was just the me saying that I got stung by a wasp was just basically the setup for a joke, is what it was. I don't take my personal Twitter too seriously. A lot of times I'm just there just to make jokes and have fun and cut up. But that's what I did. And then lo and behold, 3 days later, I get stung by a wasp, and it's the worst pain I've ever felt from a wasp sting before. It's like, okay, that was weird. And it hurt the most because it was on my face, like, and the stinger stayed in there, and it's like I was feeling pain, like behind my eyes. This whole side of my head was just throbbing. It was bad. I've never heard that bad from any sting before. Usually it hurts, but it'll go away in 10-20 minutes. This one's still hurting, and it's an hour later. So it's painful, and
it makes you wonder. It's like, why would that happen 3 days after I made a joke about that happening, almost describing it perfectly to a T? And you know, and sometimes you can make a joke and say something and something can happen and it's just like, well, that's a coincidence. But it's like, that is pretty damn specific, you know what I mean? Me in 35 years, well, I guess 35 years of actually being able to go outside and be amongst the wasps. Having the worst sting I've ever had 3 days after making a joke about having the worst sting I ever had. That's a big coincidence. And a lot of these stupid coincidences happen to me all the time. In fact, I made a vlog, and maybe I'll show the clip, like, maybe I'll do it on this video, or maybe I'll do it on the other video. But I didn't like the entire vlog that I did, because it just came off as me complaining and bitching. So I never put it up. But there was a clip where I was complaining about the camera that broke because of the SD card, and I thought it was just the SD card. Well, it turns out it actually is the camera. That's now it's doing it with other SD cards. But I was filming that, and I was complaining about it. And literally, as I'm complaining about technology, the electricity goes off, and my computer screws up because the electricity goes off, and it shuts it all down. Then I try to fire my computer back up, and the monitor's not working anymore. So I think the graphics card's screwed up because the monitor's fine. So it's like, I don't know. It's really just weird. Like, how do you explain that? I get it. Now I get it. Coincidences happen. Coincidences happen all the time. But it comes to a point where it makes you wonder, you know? It really does make you wonder. Maybe there's just, the universe is just vast and strange, and we only can grasp like this much of it. You know, if you think about it, what science today was magic, you know, 1,000 years ago. I mean, really, if you think about it, what we understand today in science was just like, I mean, just take magnetism, for instance. You know, humans way back when thought that was magic. Well, no, it's just science. There's a scientific explanation for it. You know, so sometimes I wonder if, like, some of the weird coincidences and things that we think, like, it's like psychic phenomenon or whatever, nowadays, we'll just find out that later, you know, later on down the road, it's just science we don't understand. Maybe there's just parts of this field of energy that we reside in that we just, you know, there's more to it that we won't discover until later on. And right now it just seems like metaphysical, it just seems like paranormal, but it's just, there's a science reason basis behind it, and that's just how the universe works. I don't know. So I just wanted to kind of touch on that a little bit and not sound too crazy, but you have to admit that was a crazy thing that happened. You know, it's not something I could have made up. Saw the Wasp. The tweet was 3 days ago. In fact, I'm going to go and get a newspaper. Probably put it like at the end of this video. That way somebody can't claim that this video is old footage, and then I just tweeted about it after this, what I'm recording now. So just to have everybody not be able to say that, I'm going to go get a newspaper and show that it. And that sucks. The only neighbor that I like. That's the reason the call actually. I mean, excuse me. That's why the camera stopped recording just then. Is because I got a phone call from my neighbor, and the only neighbor I like. I mean, he's such an awesome dude, an older guy, and he's in the hospital right now and with cancer. And I'm literally just now learning this, and that's just freaking. That's awful, man. That seriously sucks. Because this dude is one of the nicest freaking dudes. He's always looked out for us, and that was just his wife actually calling to see if I could get the mail for him. Anyway, I'm going to end this video. So if I can stop at a gas station, get a newspaper, I guess I'll do that. All right, we have the. Still there. September close.